Bill Bachman here once again at vicfirth.com. This hybrid rudiment we're going to do, I think it's going to be called the Horsey or Horsies because I don't know what else to call it and I haven't heard it claimed anywhere else. But here are what we're going to call Horsies. Right? Horsey, gallop, it works. So these are actually pretty easy because if you combine this leading hand, being the right hand, playing, there's your no chop, flop and drop, triple beat. And the left hand just plays 1 E, to E, to E, all just like a low roll. Right? So put them together, and there you go. So the rudiment itself is comprised of, you have an accent, and then you drop to a left cheese, cheese, and then a right tap, and for kicks you drop in another left diddle. So all right, so it's basically a touchies followed by a drag if you kind of disassemble it. So played slow, you notice I'm playing with accurate stick heights and the downstrokes. It's good to start there just to get a little bit familiar with it. But ultimately, when you go faster, that's not going to work. You need to modify the technique. So if I tried to stop the stick the whole time, I'm going to have to really tighten up because there's just not enough time to stop that stick. So instead of that, I'm going to go ahead and do the no chop, flop and drop. So now, just like a flam tap, we're going to hit an accent and then let it sort of just bobble down uselessly and dribble, right? Droopy and weak, as if you have no chops. So that emulates the high to low. And the left hand playing diddles the whole time, you're probably going to be pumping the forearm a little bit just to relieve the hand. Because if you're playing this as a roll, right, there's a little bit of forearm pump replacing the wrist motion just so the wrist doesn't get stressed out at all. So put it together. Now, playing them slowly, if you want to play them quickly, you got to practice slowly. But we want to practice the fast tempos technique slowly. So we're going to have a nice, super loose, out of control, bobbly right hand going bum bum bum, and the left hand just diddles in between. Make sure you get a nice grace note for that cheese on the second partial. As I get faster, you might notice that with that no chop, flop and drop in the right hand, the grace note might technically be a smidge higher than the primary note. Now, normally we want that to grace notes low, primary notes high, but this is one of those exceptions where it's all you can do just to get it, and playing it the normal way with the 4 basic strokes, your accent tap heights, it's just not going to work at a medium tempo and up. So find that nice no chop, flop and drop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and okay, and that's that. So this is one of those rudiments where playing it off the right and off the left is not just in the head. The hands do completely different things. So you might even want to learn this off the left first or spend more time off the left than your right. Always find your weaknesses and just go after those. Take your time because that's how you're going to get where you want to go. So off the left, or a little quicker, nice and slow. So even though that left grace note on the second partial is a little bit higher than the right diddle, we got to make sure they come in the right order to be a cheese and not a mouth. Otherwise, rhythmically, that'll get really crazy with that little diddle in there. So if I play 3 off the right and then do a little paradiddle turnaround and do 3 off the left, we'll have this. Right? A little quicker. So they're really not hard once you know how to do this. And okay, so that is the Horsey. But wait, there's more. What if we mess around with this a little bit Where are the diddles? Where are the diddles not? If we stripped out all the diddles, you have a touch-a-da and a tap. Right? What if I put just one in? Then it's a touch G's and 16th notes. What if I put just the other one in? Just the back one on the There you go. What if I put them both left hands in? You're back where we started with a Horsey. Now, what if I go ahead and add a diddle on that right hand in the middle on the upbeat? Then you have a touch G's or a touch Charles, and you keep going. So at that point, you can play tap rolls. And sure, you can drop a grace note in there. Why not? If everybody can do it, chances are everybody will get to do it. All right, so that's that. Learn it. Like most things, it's not that hard once you learn the correct approach. Good way to work on these hand motions is stop by my website, drumworkout.com. All these hand motions are in there using some of the more basic rudiments where you can play along with me, watch your hand, watch my hand, make them match. Spend the time, detail it, and I'll see you for the next one.